Hello, everyone, and welcome to On Balance on this wonderful July 10th day. I'm Michael R. Smith reporting live from Chicago. And guys, we have a jam-packed show for you here tonight. You know, our first show did fantastic, and I want to thank all of you for your continued support and viewership of this broadcast, because you know what, we wouldn't be where we are without you. So we thank you so much for doing the things that you do for NUSANation. All right, so we have some pretty cool guests coming on our show tonight after my initial open, and we've got a pretty exciting show for you. Anthony the King, representative in the United States House of Representatives, who has been defending T-Soups and her campaign since the jump, three-term House of Rep, and has been against George from the jump, and helped get T-Soups elected speaker, got her across the finish line. He'll be joining me in just a few minutes after the break on the show tonight as well. As Carbon Soup candidate for Senate, also campaign staff member of the T-Soups campaign, will be sitting down with me in a couple of minutes after my open to discuss the T-Soups campaign, how crazy and radical our country has gotten, you know, and how miserable things are right now with George Godsent as our president. You know, this is the only president I've seen in years in this community that has never used voice chat. And I think he's going to end up hurting himself in the general election on Saturday because he's not talking to the voters. You know, I believe in my heart of hearts that T-Soups understands America. She understands the plight of the everyday American. She's been the Uber driver. She's been the Lyft driver. She's been at Future Tops, and she has the experience to truly lead this nation. The radical corporate mainstream media, you know who you are scared of NUSANation. They're scared of what we're reporting. They're scared of T-Soups because T-Soups is going to deliver a massive revolution in this country. T-Soups is going to deliver America first, conservative waves in this country like nobody has ever seen before. And it's going to be amazing when they see these. They're going to be, oh my gosh, T-Soups, oh, no, we're not simping for T-Soups. We want a better America, and T-Soups can deliver that. I'm going to tell you something, guys. This network to this day still cannot get DoCal licenses from the DoCal departments because George Godsent has clogged it up so much to where we don't even have a DoCal secretary. We don't even have somebody that can go in there and actually do their job and actually help and make the private sector thrive in this country. America is going to hell with George Godsent, and you know it and I know it. And we have to stand up and we have to fight against this corrupt 20-year-old loser with no job, sitting at home, eating hot Cheetos. He's he's in mom's basement playing this game, and it's a shame. We should stop electing these people. These people should stop being, and we should not reward him and his terrible, terrible VP with 4 more months. T-Soups came on this show, and she said that he had a gypsy-sounding voice. That's very interesting information. And then we have new information coming into NUSANation just tonight that George has been colluding with the Russians to try and bot the upcoming Senate and House elections in this nation. That is a shame that a president is working with our enemies to try and get his political opponents to lose their races. It is a shame. He is a terrible man. He is awful, and he should not be reelected by any means necessary. If you have a couple of brain cells, then you will vote for T-Soups because T-Soups has a brain. She's smart. She can get this country where it needs to be. And I think, you know, we were talking about foreign policy last night. I think that she's going to pull us out of our current UN that we're in right now. And I think that she's going to get us into a better UN. I think that's not a bad idea. I think that NUSA is the gold standard for any row nation on this platform, and they should be America first, not Britain first, not anybody first. They should be America first. We pay for that. We fund this stuff, and we are number one, and George doesn't think so. You know why? Because George isn't even an American. How can a non-American even relate to any of us? They should have a British person should be nowhere near the White House. He shouldn't have a job. He's a terrible president, and it's a shame what he's doing. It's a damn shame. what's going on in this country today. And we have to stop it. We have to stop the steal. We have to elect people in the various parties that represent our values. We have to stop letting these plutocrats get their way. They're radicals. They are gay, indoctrinated liberals that all they do is eat hot Cheetos. They sit in mom's basement and they have no job. You ask George, what is his job? What does he do all day? He does nothing for the American people. He does nothing more than bend you over backwards and frick you on the table. He does nothing all day. He's a loser. He's sorry. I know what, and I tell the audience, I want to tell you, because we're fair. We're news for all America here at NUSANation. And that's our sister channel, NUSANation. NUSANation is that I personally invited the president onto my show for an interview, and he did not accept my invitation. He had ridiculous terms that had nothing to do with our interview. So he did not accept my interview request. He won't interview he won't talk to any of the mainstream media. He won't even talk to the fake FTN. FTN is the fakest, stupidest network I've ever seen. The anchors are a joke. They're lying to you, and they're clearly on the side of George. Okay, so. And the next time you go on one of those stages and you listen to FTN, no, they're lying to you. They're not telling you the truth. They don't have your best interest at heart, and they're scared. They're pissing their pants because they see NUSANation is here, and we are stealing the viewers away because the American people are tuning in because they want the truth. They want to hear what is really going on in this country, and they're sick of the crap. They're sick of the bull crap that they're getting from the mainstream media. And we're not going to report it here on NUSANation because you know what? We're news for all America, and we don't have a spin. We don't have an agenda. All my job here is to give you the news and tell you what's going on. We are a joke on the world stage. Nobody takes George seriously. He's a loser. He's a joke. Everybody knows him, and everybody has his card. These are the most resignations that I have ever seen in an administration. His administration is up and it's a giant dumpster fire. DoCal is clogged. It's just a giant bureaucracy. News organizations can't even get verified. People can't start up their own businesses. The private sector is dead. Our economy is in the crapper. What are we gonna do about this? What can we do about this? It's about time that we elect T-soups to president. It's about time that we elect people that are America first in this nation. It's about time that we tell the plutocrats to get the hell out of here and get out of our government and stop screwing up our country. It's about time that we do that because we're sick of it. The Pioneer Party is America first. The plutocrats are America last. So if you want America first, I encourage everyone to vote for the Pioneer Party, and I encourage everyone to dump the plutocrats and send them back where they came from. Guys, our nation's in hell. Our nation's is in a bad place. If we don't do something about it, we won't last to the year 2030. What kind of nation do you want to give to your kids? What kind of nation do you want to tell your friends about? What kind of country do we want to be? Because that's what this election is about. This election is about what kind of country do we want to be? Do we want to be a strong and a prosperous country? Or do we want to be weak on our knees down and defeated? What do we want to do? So get motivated, get excited, elect T-soups, get excited. Help her win this race. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that she gets across that finish line because, dang it, we cannot afford another 4 months of George Godsend. He has not been a godsend. He has been the devil. He has been the devil that destroyed this White House and that destroyed this country. Guys, I'm fired up. Guys, I'm fired up and I'm ready to make some change. I'm ready to talk to some people. I'm ready to elect people in the Pioneer Party. I'm ready to elect people that actually give a damn about this country. Because George doesn't give two shits about you, doesn't give two shits about me. He can't relate to you. He doesn't know you. He doesn't understand this country. He hasn't done anything for this country. and it shows. Guys, we need true leadership now. So tonight, we're going to talk to, coming up next, I'd like to talk to Fana Soup. If she's here, Fana is here. I'm not sure. See, these people, I can't tell their gender. Everybody's bi, gay, them, these, pronoun crap. That's the other thing. I want T-Soups to pledge that she will stop all this LGBT madness. She will stop all of this crap that's going on. She will stop the wokeness. She will stop the wokeness in this country, and she'll cut it out. But we still like Fana Soup, though, because I think Fana's a good person. Fana seems nice. But like I said, I can't tell the gender of these people. I have no idea. It's not like their name is Elizabeth or Michael or John or William or something from the Bible. I don't know. So we'll figure that out when they come here on set in the next few minutes. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more On Balance here on NUSANation. And coming up next, we'll have Fana Soup and the rest of the soups and some other people from Congress coming on our show discussing the disastrous Godson administration, the 2024 election coming up, and how we have to save America. So don't go anywhere. Do not flip off this stream unless you don't like what I'm saying. I mean, you can turn me off. I don't care. But don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back. Thanks for watching NUSANation. I appreciate the support. We'll be right back.
Tacos.
Come out to play?
Yes! Woohoo!
The 2024 Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
All right, everybody, welcome back to On Balance. I'm Michael R. Smith again here on NUSANation. A quick word from our sponsors there at Toyota. I love Toyota. Don't you love Toyota? Matter of fact, I love Toyotathon. I think Toyotathon is way better than Happy Honda is. Oh, well. All right. So join me right now. Campaign chair, Fanta Soup is joining me here at the desk on Balance. First off, Fanta, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right, Michael. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for stopping here in Chicago. Coming to our studios. You know, we're pretty new. You know that. I'm back. Michael Smith is back. Were you here for my original news days? Were you here?
Yes, you were a legend. Absolutely.
Oh, yes. I missed you guys so much. All right. So, yeah. So first off, what are your thoughts about this campaign? What are your thoughts, going into the election? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty confident. I think the main question here is, what has George Godsent done for you over the past 4 months?
Right.
And if the answer to that is fire you, which is probably one of the biggest threats to our federal government, then there's no reason to sit back and let our country decay like this.
Absolutely.
The turnover in this administration is so high.
Right.
The amount of intimidation necessary to keep him in power means that he's not very strong.
Right.
He's not strong for this country. He's not strong for the presidency. And like you said in your opening segment,
right.
I don't think we can make it to 2030.
No.
Making it to 2030 would mean strong leadership, reviving a military that, he's taking credit for reviving when he's letting everyone just walk over it. I truly believe that in order to restore this country or to take back this country, we have to elect T-Soup to the presidency, as well as electing pioneers like myself to the United States Senate and keeping and retaining our majority in the United States House of Representatives.
Yeah. So what are you seeing polling wise? Because T-Soups is doing very well polling wise. And actually, we did a poll here on NUSANation in our Discord server. So if you want to vote in that poll, be sure to join our Discord server in the description below. But T-Soups, I believe, is winning in that poll against George Godsent, of course. I mean, if you're voting for Godsent, you have zero brain cells, zero IQ. You're a damn fool. What are your thoughts about those campaign polling numbers? What are you getting? What do you think?
We're energized. We're very optimistic with what we see. I think it goes without saying that even with the people that are dead set on George Godsent, remember they are Americans too.
Right.
T Soup is going to be a
You're
president
just
for
so. I mean,
every
you're saying,
single
oh,
American.
they're Americans too. No, they're demons. They're demons. These people hate America. I mean, I love how nice you are and how these are Americans too. No, these Americans don't care about our country. They want tyrannical rule. They want, is George British? He's like British or some European crap. He wants it to be a monarchy. I can almost see the robe being placed on his shoulders. He wants to be some big fat king. And everybody bows to him. He bum ba bum bum. Everybody bows down to him. It's crazy.
Now, there are two different types of George supporters, and I would like to agree with you to some extent there. But I think the amount of intimidation that he's used has gotten people to get on his side, even though they don't want to be. And this is my calling to every American saying that they're going to support George Godsent in the upcoming presidential election, is that you don't have to sit back and watch this country die because this man is threatening you. That is a huge concern for every level of government and most importantly, our way of life here in the United States.
Absolutely. So, absolutely. It seems like you guys are pretty confident. T Soups was on in this studio in that chair yesterday. She was not really quick to say it's going to be a landslide. It's going to be, it's going to be this and that. Do you think the polls are overhyping T Soups' performance?
I don't think that it's necessarily overhyping T Soup. I think when we get into polling here, polling is erratic. And I think the most important thing that matters is on election day. And when we see that T Soup is only getting more popular with the American public as the election, is just days away, it makes me feel a lot more confident in our campaign than ever before. So I don't think that polling, even though important, that is not the final result. But we are we have won every battle, and it's time to win the war.
I think every American that's not voting for T Soups is a demon. I think they are I think these people, because see, look, I think George is going to rig the election. I think the election is going to be massive voter fraud. I mean, you're going to be able to come back to this video, come back to this live stream, and you're going to be able to say it's going to be large amounts of vote. T Soups already said it's going to be large amounts of vote. You know why? Because George is going to bot it. He's going to bring all these people in from all these different areas. He's going to bring all these apes and Aussies and British people and all this other crap into this country. All these illegals, all these people that's barely registered in here to vote. And it's going to be a shame what they're doing in this country, because they're going to try and rig it. They're going to try and steal it. And they're going to try to make you believe that it's true. And it's not true, because, and I want to ask your thoughts about, what George is doing by bringing people in, to the group and botting the. I mean, do you see voter fraud?
It's pretty simple here, Michael. And if you can't get a sufficient amount of legislators on your side, and you have to resort to using alts to control power in this country,
that's right.
That speaks to the amount of dirty games he's willing to play, and even to your point, yes, bots, people from different nations, people barely registered. It's a problem. It's a huge issue that we need to be prepared for. We can overcome that by swarming to the polls and electing T Soup. And voting legitimately for her on the ballot.
You've got to push that turnout, because they're going to just. Honestly, I think everybody watching this us live right now, flood the polls. Flood the frickin' polls. Get in there. Tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your auntie, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your cousin, tell your sister, tell whoever you got to tell the whole hood. Tell your hood to get out there and vote for you. No, T Soups is down for black people. I think if you see how she dresses. She's got this urban swag. Oh, look at how you got this urban swag. I'm in my tie. See, you're down for the inner city blacks. I mean, tell your hood, vote for T Soups. Get the hood out there.
Yeah,
and Alex,
organize the hood.
Oh, organize the black vote matters. Damn it, the black vote matters, and they're gonna come out for T Soup. She's got the minority vote on lock. Alex, I don't know. You know, the black people aren't being they don't know about that British stuff. But what I'm telling you is that T Soups is down for black people. She's got the hood on lock. I'm gonna go out. I need to go to the hood and just get my T Soup shirt. Does she sell merchandise? She needs to sell merchandise.
Absolutely.
Oh, really?
Does she have we got merchandise on sale right now. This hoodie.
Let me stand up. Let me get a pan of the hoodie. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Boop. That is some hard. Stand up again. Let the camera pick it up. Look at that. Look at that. Woo. Look at that hard merchandise. That's some hard merchandise. That
Absolutely.
is some fresh and fire merchandise. Tell your hood. Come out for T Soups, man. I'm telling you. Tell your hood to get out there. By the way, can we just shout out our new group owner, Ukrainian? Isn't he just amazing? Let's give him a shout out. He's just so hands on. He's actually communicating with us in the media. Great man. I'm telling you, he was always. I remember him from a long time ago. He was always a good person. I remember him from years ago. But he was awesome. But he has great communication. He's been great. Good, Pat, give him a hand and clap. But.
Absolutely. I think he communicates well, and I think he's in touch with the community.
Absolutely.
And I think that's something we haven't seen in years.
Very long time. Very long time.
If you have a receptive group owner, then everything will go smoother at every level of government. For the private sector, you were talking about the private sector earlier, how it's completely backed up right now.
And T Soups has experience in the private sector. Yeah.
Right. People want to start businesses. People want to contribute to this economy, and they can. And that's a direct result of George Godson's administration.
That's right. You know, and I think she probably smokes weed. She probably gets down in there in the inner city, and she knows what's going on. She knows what's up, right? T-Soup, she's got the hood. She's got the hood on lock.
Yeah,
she's got the inner city
lifestyle.
That's right. Urban life. Urban life. She's Obama. All right. Well, listen, just some final thoughts from you before we let you go. I didn't mean to keep it this long, but just some final thoughts from you about the campaign and what do you want Americans to know about T Soups they might not already know, and why should they be voting for her on Saturday?
Now, if we don't know who T Soups is, I will give you a quick synopsis.
Please.
She is a great friend of mine, but above all, somebody who has served this country well in the military previously, in the United States House of Representatives, and with, exactly, T-Soup, who are you? You're a lot of things, and you're going to be the next president of the United States, but I think overall, we need to look at this. It is a stark contrast between the two candidates. George Godson, who is letting the private sector and the government die.
George Godson has never seen a black person in his life. He doesn't relate to black people. What are you talking about? He's awful. He's terrible.
White, and the white devil even.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible. That's crazy.
But T-Soup is, quite frankly, one of the most dependable, reliable people that I know in this entire community. And to say that she's going out and being an agitator and going against George because for personal gain, it's not for personal gain.
No.
We're trying to take our country back.
That's right.
She's the one standing up against George Godson and all of his cronies to make sure that we take this country back in several days here.
That's right. We got to take our country back. Where my country gone? It's gone to hell. That's where it's gone. It's crazy. But no, I mean, you've got some great people on your team, and I just think George Godson is a terrible person. I think he's an awful person. I mean, he couldn't even accept my interview request. He was too pussy or chicken Sorry, I mean to say on national TV. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I mean to say that. He's scared. He's scared to accept my interview request here on NUSANation. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry. Okay, he's scared. But oh my gosh, I gotta go on commercial break. They're gonna take me off the air and they're gonna ban me. All right. Well, Fanta, thanks for coming on here. We gotta have you on. No, if you're free election night, we need to have you on for the election, because you know what, you're doing a great job over there.
Absolutely.
You know, I know you're doing good. I know we all get busy. We all, miss some stuff, but that's okay. All right. Well, coming up, we're gonna have Anthony. Oh, he's at the desk right now. He walked up behind the camera. Oh, look at that. Well, we're gonna have Anthony on here in a second. Then we're gonna have Carbon on next as well. We're gonna discuss more about the T-Soups campaign. We're gonna discuss how much our country is going to hell and what we can do about it. So more On Balance coming up, everybody. Thanks for watching. All right, everybody, welcome back to On Balance on this wonderful, what is it? Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday. Oh my gosh. On this Wednesday evening, we have some breaking news from an undisclosed source at this time that an indictment is potentially pending against President Godsent. And that's from an undisclosed source of NUSANation. A grand jury has been sequestered and is now considering a draft indictment against George Godsent. So, undisclosed source. We're just getting this into our newsroom right now. So we're going to get you some more information on that as it becomes available. But that is what we're hearing right now at this time against Godsent. So he's always in trouble. He can't, he just can't seem to lead. He's so busy smoking dope, doing crack. What is he doing? I mean, he's an idiot. So I don't know. Our president is a moron. And I don't know how he got. Matter of fact, I think the election was rigged. Just spam rigged in the chat if you thought the election was. I think the election was rigged. And I think if T-Soups doesn't win on Saturday, the election was rigged. I'm not afraid to say that. A lot of y'all are going to hide it. But I think if T-Soups does not win on Saturday, then I think the election was rigged. I do, because there's no way on God's green earth that people are actually voting for George Godsent, a man that's about to have indictments against him, a man that has no character, no spine. He's had terrible leadership. Our departments are going straight to hell. Our country is going to hell, all under his leadership. So I don't understand how anybody can vote for George Godson, but that is okay. All right, joining me right now on tonight's show, we still have some more guests and people coming up on the show. Right now, great friend of the program. We meant to have him on last night, but, it just didn't happen. Campaign staff member Carbon Soup, great friend of the network. Also, Representative, Pioneer Party member. He's been against George since day one. He's been standing up. He's been a great American patriot. And Anthony the King, 9291, is joining us on the show today. So, Anthony, I just want to start with you. Are you America first?
What do you think it is, Michael? Of course I'm America first in this
That's
world.
right. That's what I want to hear. And what about you, Carbon? Are we America first?
Yeah, definitely. We
Definitely.
put our country above others.
That's right. That's right. Anthony, tell us more about America First. Tell us what you're doing in the House. You've been in the House for 3 terms now, and you've been really, really banging the drum against George Godson.
Listen, Michael, it just comes down to the clear basics of this country. I want to get people who are qualified, who are competent, and who are actually Americans into positions that matter.
Right.
Because the administration, I want to correct you on something, Michael. Earlier in the broadcast, you said that George Godson is a 20-year-old who does nothing. He's, in fact, over the age of 30.
Oh, my gosh.
Basement and does
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh.
This isn't a child. This is a grown man who probably has a kid or two running around.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus.
So I want to say that, first of all. And second of all, I just want to say that what I've been trying to promote in Congress is actually freedom of thought. The idea that people can communicate and discuss. Under a George Godson administration, Congress has become so decaying and so corrupt that anything that he puts his name on or tells people to pass will pass without almost a second slight. And as somebody who has been fighting for months against this, I was finally able to get a qualified speaker in T-Soups in charge.
And, it's sad that we have grown men hanging around, in a position like that. He needs to get a job. He needs to get off the couch, stop eating the Cheetos, get out of. He's probably living in his mom's. If he's probably a little British, maybe his mom's basement. Oh, I'm British. I drink tea. I am so glad we defeated the British in 1776. Aren't you guys? We defeated those people. Anyways, he's probably some loser in some troll corner of Britain. He has 5 teeth missing, and he is just he's just a loser. He's a loser. He's a failure to launch, no job, no degree having, uneducated swine. He's a loser. He's a loser. And the only British person I like is Alex Cabot. He's the only one I like. Only one, secretly, I am about 20% Scottish, but that's okay. Look, I like Alex Cabot. I think he's a good guy. He's the only British person I think that's good. He's the only one that actually has common sense. So that's really good. Anyways, like I said, it's crazy. So, Carbon, what do you think about? Well, first off, let me just switch gears here because I want to talk more about election fraud, the election on Saturday, and the campaign strategy because I think that's going to be very, very important to the election. Hey, Mitsu, to the election, right? So let's just talk about that. I said in my open before we got started that I think the election will be rigged on Saturday if T-Soup does not win. Carbon, would you agree?
So personally, I can't really speak on that topic. From what I know, based on my experience, it is possible to rig with bots and stuff.
Well, we have proof. He's going to bot the election. He's going to bring in all of these people that don't understand America. They're probably foreigners. They're immigrants, and it's going to be a bunch of fake accounts, and it's going to be widespread voter fraud.
Yeah, if it's immigrants and bots and stuff like that, then yeah, I definitely believe it will be a rigged election for sure.
Interesting. I want to talk about your race for Senate because I saw you in DC today. You were running for Senate, and you are, what are you hearing from people on the ground? about your race, and how do they feel about tea soups?
So I'm hearing a lot of good things about tea soups. I'm hearing a lot of support for her over George so far. I'm getting pretty good hype regarding my campaign. Just kind of starting back up again after like years of being gone. I don't think I've been in NUSA since like 2020. So I'm just kind of building my campaign back up from the ground.
Interesting. And Anthony, what are you hearing from people about tea soups?
Well, Carbon, you have undersold this. I'm hearing uproars.
That's right.
Applause to tea soup. I'm hearing a wave coming, a wave crashing. We saw this in this last House election, which I recently won my seat back.
That's right.
Currently, we're seeing a wave of tea soup supporters coming. People are tired. People are tired of George, God. I can't say the correct S word, so God Poopy.
yeah. God Poopy.
God Poopy running this Congress. We're seeing a
I
mass
love that.
resignation from people of his staff. We are seeing hypocrisy nonstop from this president, who's frankly
right.
hasn't done anything in the last 2 months.
Interesting. Yeah. And that's my thing is I think George God sent, I'm going to just say it, is George God shit. That's what he is. Mods, I'm sorry, but he is. That's what he is. He is George God sent. George, more like George God shit. Okay. All right. Look, he's a shame. George God Poopy. He's a shame. He's a bad man, and he shouldn't be reelected. And I'm going to just keep saying it. There's going to be a red pioneer wave in this country, and I am here for it. Anthony, you're going to be here for it. Carbon's going to be here for it. We're all here for it. It's going to be a red wave in this country like you've never seen it before. There's going to be voter fraud. There's going to be things going on. There's going to be a lot of things that's going to hinder us, but we have... Look at these guys. There's a lot of fans here, guys. Look at this. All these fans... here on set, but if you guys can go behind the camera, that'd be awesome. No, it's going to be widespread voter fraud going on, and it's quite frankly a shame. Let me move this guy down. But Anthony, tell us more about what you're saying about tea.
I'm just saying this is the first qualified candidate we've had for speakership in months. This is the first qualified person we've had for the Oval Office in months. This is the only person who can actually restore NUSA to what it should be. And that's a group of merit, a group of integrity, and a group of not free ranks. Because currently, under the current administration, in his effort to bring new people in, instead of growing from within, he has imported hundreds of people into this country to take over key positions away from proud American patriots, and instead give them to nobodies who show up in game, vote, and then disconnect.
It's just a shame. And he doesn't even do voice chat, Anthony. It's a shame. Carbon, tell me about, your campaign. Tell me more about your campaign. You've been quiet. Did somebody kill your dog? You've just been kind of quiet over there, man. I expected some pep, some tea soups is great. We have to stop the steal. The election was rigged. Continue pushing this. You're kind of quiet over there. Are you okay? Do we need to call an ambulance?
I'm good. I'm just trying to let Anthony get his speaking in here.
Oh, of course. But Anthony, anything else? Yeah, of course. You see, you're being so polite. See, I'm not polite. Anthony?
No, I just want to quite frankly say that this current administration's a sham. It's a sham. It's a hoop. It's a hoopla. It's a gilly nothing.
That's right.
It's flabbergasting how bad they are.
That's right. It's a shame. It's a shame.
And I wanted to say one last thing. The reason probably why he doesn't mic up is because he's got kids in the background.
Yeah, he's got crying kids in the background. Wow! 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 Wow!
He's too busy. He's too busy playing Roblox instead of getting a job and feeding his family.
Exactly. That's why his girlfriend left him, and he's got a baby mama, he's a baby daddy paying alimony because he's got all these freaking kids. It's a shame. He's probably paying alimony, child support. Hey, God, sit over that child support. We'll find you. We'll come find you. Pay that child support. Pay that child support. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Pay that freaking child support. Okay. All right, guys. We're having a good time. Pay that alimony. Okay. So Carbon, Carbon, talk to us, man. Tell me what your thoughts about all this is. George is a loser. He's got a baby mama. He's got 50 baby mamas. He's got 50 kids running around here. He's been with so many different women. He don't even know who the baby mama, who the baby father is.
Michael, he's got all that going on. He's got all that going on, but he doesn't have a job.
That's right. He got 50 baby mamas. He's working at Hungry Jack's. That's the British Burger King. He's working at Hungry Jack's. Those women were sure hungry for him. Hungry Jack's. Hungry Jack's. He's working at Hungry Jack's, making $50 an hour. DeBeetle one said George is a 6'5" dreadhead. That's hilarious. Yeah. So I mean he's got 50 baby mamas. 50 baby mamas. He's got three, 4, 5, 10 kids. He needs to pay alimony. Gotta pay alimony, man. It's crazy. So, Carbon, just talk to us. What do you think about all of this? I'm just ranting at this point.
I'm just kind of wondering, like, what his background and experience is, because, like, I've had a lot of experience with politics and law enforcement and stuff. And I haven't heard anything regarding any type of experience with
he had no experience. He doesn't have the only experience he has in managing a country. He has no experience. He's a loser. He bots elections. And matter of fact, I'm going to tell you guys, and like I told you, Carbon, the election will be rigged. Millions of Americans are not going to vote for Godson. It's going to be rigged. He's going to bring people in from Australia. He's going to bring people in from Britain. He's going to bring people in from Mexico, Venezuela, Chongqing land, I don't know, China, Japan, everywhere else. He's going to bring them in here, and they're going to vote, and it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy what you're seeing here. It's going to be crazy, and it's going to be a wild, wild election. That's why we're going to be in this studio, and we're going to be reporting all of this. It's crazy. His experience is failure. That's his experience. Yeah, you're right. You know what? A Fanta Soup said that, and he was absolutely right. George Godson's experience is failure. It's not success. It's failure. He has failed at being president. He has failed at being a father. He has failed at leading this country. And I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. So sick of it. I hate this president. I'm just going to say it. See, we say things on this network that nobody else wants to say. But I'm just going to say it. I hate this president. I saw somebody spam in the chat. I hate this president. I hate this president. I don't even, it's not even just his policy, but it's him as a person. He's a bad, bad person.
I hate George.
I hate George, and I'm sure he hates me, and I don't give a damn.
I don't know anybody who likes George. I don't know anybody who likes George.
Nope.
The only person
way he actually won.
There's no way he actually won. Absolutely.
I think he bribed everybody. I think everybody who votes for him is bribed. I think it's that simple.
That's right.
But if you're a true American, an upstanding person who wants to work from the bottom, don't take that bribe. Come to the Pioneer. Make a man out of yourself.
That's right. And Carbon, I want to ask you, since you're pretty close with T. T came on here yesterday, and she said, if you're in any entanglement, we can help you get out of it. What do you think she was saying with that?
Just kind of in terms of entanglements, usually, we've always backed each other throughout the years, so usually, if we need any legal help or anything like that, we help each other out. It's kind of always been like that. We've been in New Haven and a lot of other places, so.
Interesting. Okay.
If I could add to that.
Sure, please.
I think she was mainly saying that if you feel like you're trapped, if you feel like that you are indebted to this person, do you feel like you're in too deep to get out? Come to us and we will help you. We're going to help you with whatever you need. We will support you in your politician career. We will help you. We're here to get you out of that bad situation. Because we have some people. I want to thank the proud patriot, Asher Hendo, who was the deciding vote in this recent speaker election, for coming over to the other side. And for a long time, and what he said is he felt indebted to George because George helped him. Just because a bad man helps you does not mean you need to serve him forever.
That's
Come
right.
to us, come to the Pioneers. We're looking for qualified people to run in Senate, House, be members of the future cabinet when T Soups sweeps the election by over
Yep.
200 votes this weekend.
Yep. Yep.
That's what we need, and we will help you come over.
I love hearing that. Carbon.
So I'd like to add that basically the Pioneer Party, me and T specifically as well. I haven't really spoken with many of the other members yet, but I will as we campaign more. I've just kind of noticed we're pretty apolitical, so we kind of keep politics out of our job selections. And we try to choose people who are actually experienced and competent for the jobs rather than like just political bribery.
Right, right. No, I mean, it really seems like to me that the Pioneer Party wants to, you know, save America. They want to save America. They want to get America back on track. And I think every American patriot that gives a damn about this country, that wants to see this country last until 2030, that wants to see this community thrive, that wants to see our private sector working again, and wants to see America back on her feet, should be voting Pioneer. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah,
I think it's the only choice.
Yeah, it's the only choice. Yeah, it's the only choice.
There's two options right now. You either indebt yourself to servitude to a British Romanian father of 25 without a job, or you be a free man. And honestly, I think that choice is clear to a lot of people. The only choice that isn't clear to are the people who are currently on payroll. That's the only place that you know, to where it's not clear. And I want to say this.
Yeah.
I would not be backing T Soups or the Pioneer Party if they were anything but what Carbon said they were.
Gotcha.
We are the
Gotcha.
Proud Patriots holding this line.
Gotcha. Absolutely. Okay. So appreciate that. Final thoughts from you guys before we switch to a quick commercial break, as we only have about 15 minutes left in tonight's show. Carbon.
Yeah, so I'll just finish off with just make sure you guys get out and vote. We want to make sure that everybody votes, even like no matter who you support. Just look into both parties and make sure who you're voting for is the actual person you want to vote for.
Yeah.
And matches what your personal values are and what you want in our America. I've been here since 2013, and you definitely have to like vote for the right person, be attentive.
Anthony.
Hey, I want to disagree with Carbon there. Don't even look at the other side. Don't even think about voting for George Poopy Sense candidates. Don't even think about it, because they will not do anything for this country. They will not do a single thing for this country that matters, that's important. The only hope in this campaign is Pioneer, and get out and vote. Every vote matters. Every vote is important. We need all hands on deck. Let's get it done, guys.
Let's get it done. Boy, I love that. That is awesome. Well, listen, guys. Carbon, Anthony, thank you so much. Anthony, Carbon, you will both be on our election night coverage. And be sure to join us here live on NUSANation. We are going to be your number one source for news on election night on Saturday, July 13th, when T-Soups wins by a 200 vote landslide. So you'll be able to watch that here live with all of our opinions, celebrations, fireworks, all kinds of crazy stuff. And if she doesn't win, Lord, you're going to hear it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for coming on. We really appreciate you guys coming on. And do not go anywhere. More news is coming up. We're going to have some more amazing patriots from the T-Soups campaign on our stream tonight. We're going to have GAC Soup on the show coming up. So be sure to stay tuned, because GAC is coming up. So back the GAC. We'll be right back, everybody.
Tacos.
Can Billy come out to play?
Yes! Woohoo!
The 2024 Tacoma Toyota. Let's go places.
It's okay. All right, everybody, welcome back to On Balance. I'm Michael Smith here reporting live from Chicago, Shot-Town, baby. All right, so we are here, final, I would say, few minutes of the broadcast. Gonna be great. So join me right now is Gak Soup, campaign staff member of the Two Soups presidential campaign. First off, Gak, I love the Bucky shirt. I'm a proud Texan. Woohoo, Texas. I love Texas. And love the shirt, first off. And first off, also, how are you? How's it going?
I'm doing good, Michael. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Yeah. So, talk to me. You know, we're talking about the campaign. You're doing great in the polling. Any inner campaign thoughts about the polling and what your thoughts are going towards Saturday?
I'm feeling great, but right now that's not my main focus. I am really pissed off, and I would like to talk about some of my grievances I would like to talk about, and those are really directed about George Godson because I hear that you are very focused on George Godson, and I want to talk about them as well.
Absolutely. Yes, please. Let's talk about him because he's a disaster for this country.
We're all patriots here, so let's talk about him,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, we were just talking about this, is that, how George God shit is ruining our country. He is just taking a large crap
He's hardly
on our
running it,
country.
Michael, let's be honest.
No, he's not. He's not running it. He's a 30-year-old acne-faced dad that's got 50 baby mamas, 30 kids. He's not paying alimony. Where's that alimony, George? Come on here and talk to me about that alimony. He won't even accept my interview request to talk about that alimony, to talk about his presidency, to talk about how he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. It's a shame.
He won't debate anybody for that reason.
No.
He won't debate anybody for his life to be saved.
No.
For that reason. He won't debate anybody. He
Absolutely.
wouldn't debate a fucking squirrel if his life depended on it, let's be honest.
Exactly.
He wouldn't debate anything. He wouldn't debate anything on anyone.
That's right.
He doesn't do anything.
That's right. It's a shame. You see what's going on. The polls aren't lying. People are fed up with Godsent. They're fed up with the bullshit. They're fed up with how Congress is not working for the people. They're fed up with the amount of bureaucracy and red tape that's going on in this country. You think about it. Like I said before we went on here.
You don't need any more proof than when Asher Hendo, a plutocrat, was elected to Congress with 262 votes, was elected a plutocrat, and then switched allegiance to Pioneer and voted T-Soups for Speaker of the House. You don't need any more. You don't need any more proof than that. He was the most voted, I believe, out of anybody in the election. Was alerted for that.
Wow.
And then then switched to Pioneer. That's all you need.
It's crazy.
And when it comes to voter fraud, you need to look no further than Ukraine and Russia. Ironically.
That's right. It's a shame. And look, Gak, nobody on this show, nobody in this country wants to say it, but I'm going to say it here again. We're going to be the only network that says this because the corporate mainstream media is fake and they're lying to you. FTN, NNN, whatever, they're all fake. They're phony. They're lying to you. They're not telling you the truth. There's a reason why we have all this support. There's a reason why people continue to tune in every single night because we're reporting the accurate stories and the things that matter. What I'm going to tell you, Gak, is, and you know this, there will be rapid election fraud on Saturday. I don't care who I don't care. It's going to be voter fraud on Saturday. They're going to have bots. You're going to have Russians. You're going to have people coming in this country that shouldn't be in this country. It makes you want to cry because it's sad that our democracy is dead and it's dying. And George Godsent doesn't give two craps about anything going on in this country. He doesn't care. Okay, it's going to be large amounts of voter fraud on Saturday, and we're the only people talking about it. John of Doom won't say anything about it. Jakers won't say anything about it. The mainstream media, they're all going for George. And I have a theory, Gak, that George is paying the media. He is paying the media some money to not report the stories that should be reported. We're not being paid by anybody. We are viewer funded. We are totally viewer funded. So we have no spin. We're just telling you the news and we're telling you how it is. It's a shame. It's a damn shame.
I can also tell you this. Today, the president or some delegation from the Department of State went to Ukraine. Went to Ukraine. Guess what happened? Guess what happened? Guess what happened?
What?
They went to Ukraine, and one of these people of Ukraine is a senator.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
senator for NUSA. It's a senator from NUSA.
And think about this, guys.
They are community dev. Sorry, I'm getting a call from some bullshit group chat.
Sorry.
They're a community dev. They're community dev for Russia in Ukraine.
Yeah. Oh, I believe it.
They do both. They do work for both there and there. And they
That's
are
right.
president. They are a former president for Russia.
Mm-hmm.
They are a former president of Sepharist Russia.
That's right.
And guess who else was a former prime minister of Russia? George Godsend.
That's
and
right.
guess who's a citizen of our America right now?
George Godson.
No. Actually, even worse. The current president of
Oh
Russia.
my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
We let these quote unquote Americans vote. We let
That's
these
right.
quote unquote Americans vote. We
Yeah,
do this
Americans
all-
aren't voting.
We do this all the time. These aren't fucking Americans. These
No.
aren't Americans. These are
No.
Russian bots, Russian
That's right.
plants.
That's right.
And they vote in our elections every single fucking time.
That's right.
They don't-
Russians are
they
voting
don't
in our
vote.
elections, America, and wake up.
FEC just lets them slide because, hey, they're Americans. They've been in here. Oh, it's okay. They pass. Nobody lets them. Nobody bats an eye. They just let them slide. Nobody cares.
Yeah, that's
FEC
right.
just lets them walk.
It's sad. I mean, foreigners are voting in our country, and it's a damn shame. And it's sad that this is happening in America, and no one cares. No one seems to care. You know, T-Soups is the only one really, in my opinion, even paying attention to what's going on. The Constitution needs to be revised. We need to stop letting these people bot the election. It's a shame. It's a shame. I just... Guys, we only have a couple of seconds left. So, Gak, your final thoughts before we cut off for the night.
Fuck George Godsend, that gypsy Romanian fuck, and fuck you for letting him have a platform, America.
That's right. That's right. It's crazy.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael.
That's right. You know, and Gak is the only one here. He's
Praise
telling
God,
the truth.
drink beer, and vote T-Soup.
Amen. Amen to that. You know what? And I tell people, T-Soups is the only candidate that I want to have a beer with. She's relatable, and the American people know that. She relates to the American people. She relates to the American voter like no one else in this country is right now. George can't relate to the American citizen. He doesn't know about us. He doesn't know that American grit and that spirit and that drive that has thrown us and that has put us to this spot for almost 250 years. He doesn't know it. He will never know it. He's ashamed. He is a terrible person. And screw you if you vote for him. And screw you for allowing him to get away with this crap. And we need to stop this. We need to stop this now. The legacy media is not going to report this because no one else is going to tell you what I'm telling you. If they try and tell you I'm wrong, I'm not wrong. Don't let them make you think that. They're going to make you think these lies like I'm telling you something. No, it's all lies. It's all lies. T-Soups knows we're the truth. America knows we are the truth. We're going to put America first, not America last. We're going to make America rise up again because John of Doom, FTN, all the media is being paid by George. They never criticize this president. They never criticize him. They never criticize this party. They never criticize his administration. You know why? Because they're scared. He has no guts, no spine, no balls to do any of it. And he's scared. The media is scared. They are scared. Give it a smoke. You can pull out whatever you want. But the bottom line is, the American people are tuning in and they're listening.
Fuck George Godsend. That's all I got.
Wow.
Fuck George Godsend, the Romanian fucking gypsy crusader looking motherfucker that has a god complex, literally.
Wow. Wow, it's a
Gummy
shame.
bear looking fuck.
It's a shame. Oh my gosh, it's a shame. All the cursing. We're trying to, guys. We're trying to get away from the cursing, but that's okay. But listen, that's all we have for tonight. I know some people, they're gonna try and tune in to FTN because NUSANation saying all this stuff about us. So now we have
They're gonna tune in because they think they're gonna tune in, and I'll tell you the truth, Michael. They're gonna tune in because I don't like these curse words. They're too much for me.
I don't like any curse words. I don't like any curse words. Oh, Michael Smith a racist.
Exactly.
He's a homophobe. I'm not a homophobe. I'm not a racist. Do you look at my skin color? Look, I got my white brother right here at this table, right? We're all one. We are one people. And we are the only media outlet in this country that is challenging this president, that is calling him out, and that is saying the things that need to be said. And if you want to be a part of this, and you want to be a part of the stories that matter, then listen and tune into us. We've got the real news. All right, we're way over time. Gak, thank you. Everybody, thank you. Thank you for tuning in to On Balance here on NUSANation. Tonight, we'll be right back here tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right back here in Chicago with more groundbreaking stories, more groundbreaking news, and more scoops and stories than anybody else in the media right now. Everybody else is a joke.
God bless America.
God bless America. Everybody else is a joke, and you know that, America. That's why you continuously tune in. Buy some of this merch. But look at him waving. Buy some of that merchandise. It's cool merchandise. All right, everybody. Unbalanced, unafraid, news for all America. Good night, everybody. Stay safe. See you tomorrow.